Hi, Anti-Society! Welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are checking out episode 18 of Summertime Rendering, and I really feel like we're gearing up to a lot of things that I'm not prepared for. Like, we're getting closer and closer to the end of the series, I think. I don't know if there's going to be any more episodes, so that makes me a little bit weary. I don't know any of the source material, anything like that, but as we inch closer, we're getting closer to the festival where everything goes down, and at the moment, everyone's just kind of prepping. Before that, we had them going after some of the shadows, trying to kind of thin the numbers before they got there and use some of the knowledge that Shinpei has of what's going to happen to counter some of the things that he knew would have happened if he didn't stop them beforehand. But then we had Shinpei going to this, I don't know, shrine that is where the festival chaos happens, to the one, I can't remember his name, but he's shown up a few times with the guy with the glasses. That he was at the funeral for Ushio and has shown up a couple of other times throughout the series, and that was who he met when he got there. Shinpei met him, and I feel like he's probably Shide, that like that's his human form outside of like the shadow like morphed thing that we've seen on him so far, because I have seen enough anime to know that we do not trust the friendly looking bespectacled character. I've seen Bleach and I've seen Fullmetal Alchemist. I know the heartbreak of trusting those characters. So I feel like I'm going in a little bit biased, but I also think I'm right. So I'm nervous that Shinpei is here. I don't really know what's gonna go down, but I hope that there's a plan. I hope there's more of a plan than let me confront this very powerful shadow on my own. I hope so. I hope there is. So let's get into episode 18. In 3, 2, 1, go. Well, that's dark to begin off. Oh? Was that who... Was that like the original form that we've seen so far? Of like the little girl? Interesting though that it was like at a time of starvation, and we're talking about um having this god that is basically feasting on all of these souls, right? Feasting on all of the people on this island as part of this festival, because that's the only way to like fully heal um her body, their body. um so having that like kind of cyclical nature to the story of like starting with starvation, and then we feel like come back to that again. I'm very nervous about where this series is going. Okay, so we have Ushio with us, which is good. Okay. I don't know, I still don't trust him. I feel like this is not actually what we're talking about. Like we're talking about video games, but I feel like that's not actually what's going on. Ugh, mood about Final Fantasy though. Ugh, blasphemy. Um, I played it too, and I am young-ish. That seems very dark. I definitely feel like there's like double speak to this whole conversation. Like he likes playing role-playing games. Interesting. And like a apocalyptic kind of style game. And then Shinpei's talking about this story that's like basically the shadows. Again, role playing as someone you're not, right? It's true. You like completely change your skeleton, which I think is crazy. In like a morbid kind of way. It's interesting. That's kind of a cool idea. Are we saying the shadows are aliens? Is this a Sephiroth thing? Hmm. It would make sense too of like if it spent a bunch of time in uh in the water in the ocean that they tend to have like they copy marine life more. He knows. How does he have glasses? Wait, when did glasses become a thing in general, but specifically Japan? I don't actually know the answer to that. Oh, that was the original, at least the original kind of Islander copy. So Heine is the original, The name of the little girl before. Oh, that's gonna live my nightmares too. Shadows in general are just like fueling my nightmares. Fair, fair enough. True. Hmm. Interesting. I was just thinking that. I'm like, what if it's just a like outward coding? Is that why he's always so close to Heine? Trust the vibe. I have that all the time where I'm like, you do not vibe well with me. But if he is human, how come he's lasted this long? I mean, he has had a lot of time to decide that. I don't know what to do with this information, but it disturbs me. They cannot catch a break with their family, honestly. Oh. So it's kind of like the birth stuff that they talked about before with shadows. Okay, so it explains why he's human but not a shadow. Lived for so long. But also, like, implanting your memories on someone is messed up, like your child, too. Oh dear. Maybe don't say that. Ugh. Shinpei has a lot of rage building up, so like maybe don't poke the bear. But also like he is a kind of human, so like murder's bad. He's also a murderer though. Are we just like gone right to murder Ushio? Calm down. Was that the thing he was sensing was off? There aren't any burns? Ugh. Ugh. I'm sorry. Okay, Ushio, maybe we don't resort immediately to murder. Also, I feel like it won't work. Or did we have doubts about that? Who's coming inside? Uh, did you? And that is your shadow that he stabbed. And this one has the burn. Ugh. I just said he had a lot of rage. Ooh. I guess we looping again. Will they possibly loop and get a flashback of Shide though? Ooh. Was this maybe part of the plan? Oof. Ugh. Ugh. That was gnarly though. Oh, is she gone? Oh, his eye though. Oh, I have a few questions. I feel like there was a lot thrown at me on that one for like the lore of like how Heine ended up on the island, but like I don't even feel like I should say that their name is Heine because like that was the little girl's name that was copied, but also the full name is like I can't remember. Which I know is probably super annoying, but like so much thrown at me in terms of like this like hybrid that's happening of part human, part shadow, and then like implanting the memories into this like half shadow, half human person. And then like there was the whole conversation that I feel like was not actually what they were talking about with like video games and books and things like that. I feel like it was definitely like them having a normal conversation with all of these like layers of undertones of what they were talking about, and I would love to like go back and like really see what they said and like pull it apart and analyze it, because obviously I can't like stop and like pull apart all of the nuance of what they're actually talking about. I'm disturbed and somewhat confused about how this child was born, because I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the shadows in and of themselves disturb me a little bit. I'm assuming it was some kind of mixture of the birth that was talked about before with like Shadow Mio and her talking about like how shadows can create other shadows and things like that, but there's like limitations to how like far you go down the family tree of that. So I'm assuming it's some mixture of that, but a little bit different because of how it turned out. And I'm just like confused about why have a hybrid? Why have a creation that is half human, half shadow if you can just copy a person and have like a full shadow? What is the purpose of having a hybrid? Is it just like experimentation, or is there some other important purpose to like why you would need to have that kind of hybrid around? I don't know. But we'll see how this turns out. I don't know if Ushio's like, Shadow Ushio's like actually gone, or if she just like maybe looped somewhere different, kind of like the first time that it happened and she looped in the water, but Shinpei wasn't there. I don't know. I feel like she can't be entirely gone just because she's such an important part of this whole story and she's kind of different and off from the other shadows, except for like the ones that like she has like kind of rewired and things like that. At the same time though, she could just be gone now. She was gonna be gone anyway, I guess, after they defeated Heine. There's a lot of information thrown at me that I'm gonna have to like fully pull apart before going into another loop, a new loop. Not quite as far back this time, so we'll see what the new plan is going forward. But I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click this playlist to go into my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so you miss next time I post a summertime rendering video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!